Well, hey guys, what's up? It's your boy AI Legends, and today I shall be uploading the next part of What If Naruto Was Abandoned by His Family. So, without any further ado, let us start our video. But first of all, before starting this video, I would like to tell you guys that why I was not able to upload any video in this last 3 weeks or so. The main reason was because I was quite ill, as I told you guys before in my previous video that I made 3 weeks ago. What if Naruto was abandoned part 3 or part 4 it was, as I was quite ill and in this month I was recovering. That was the main reason I was not able to upload video, as many people asked me in the comment section, mostly in on my Instagram ID, as most of the people have started to follow me. But if you guys are not following me on Instagram, then it would be a request by me you guys do so, because it will help you a lot as well as me, because it will increase my followers and things like that. So without any further ado, let us start our video. Well guys, this is my Instagram ID. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, that please do so, because it will be a great help to me, as well as guys, I'm quite grateful for 5000 subscribers, but I think that it is about time we speed up our subscriber rate and reach 10,000 subscribers as quick as possible, because I want to do so. And don't worry, the videos that I have missed in this last month, I will try my best to cover up all those videos and upload as much as videos that I can today as well as tomorrow and to the end of this month. Or the month for most of the YouTubers it is 11 to 11. So for us it is 11, and there are still days, 10 days I think, for our month to be ended. So without any further ado, let us start our videos. But before starting this video, I would like to make a request to all of you guys who are watching this video to please subscribe to my channel, because it will be a great help to me so that I can increase my subscriber rate and reach 10,000 subscribers as quick as possible, because it will help both of us a lot. And on 10,000 subscribers on both of my channel, I shall reveal my face either on my YouTube channel or on my Instagram channel. Just do so. So without any further ado, let us start our video. As last time we left off at the Zabuza arc, where Naruto as well as Sasuke were there, as both of these teams performed their actual performance, as Naruto as well as Sasuke were able to take on Zabuza as well as Haku. In the end, Zabuza still died, as Kushina saw that how strong Naruto has actually gotten, as she explained everything to, you can say, Minato, as Minato was also a bit surprised to hear this, even though he has already seen the bell test performance of Naruto, as Naruto was able to perform all 5 chakra natures, jutsus, which really shocked Minato, because even though he was Hokage, he still did not had all 5 chakra natures, which really impresses Jiraiya as well as Tsunade, who did not thought that that boy had such talent. They always thought that he had no talent, and Menma and Mito are going to be so much stronger than Naruto, as but they were proven wrong once again. Only third Hokage know the extent of the power of Naruto. While on the other hand, in this mission, Naruto was able to activate his 3 Tomoe Sharingan, as well as Sasuke achieved his 2 Tomoe Sharingan. So that is that. So without any further ado, let us start our video. As it was time for the Chunin exams, as Naruto as well as Sasuke were training hard, Jiraiya, who was told by Minato to train Naruto a bit or try to be close to him, as Jiraiya wanted to teach Naruto a thing or two so that he could be close to his family. But Jiraiya did not have any intention of giving Naruto the Toad summoning contract, because he thought that the Toad summoning contract is a legendary summoning, and Naruto should not have it unless he is strong enough, as he has already given Menma and Mito the Toad contract, and he did not want to give so many people his Toad contract. So he finally approaches Naruto, as Naruto was training with Sasuke, as Jiraiya said, "Well, Naruto, it seems that you have gotten stronger over the years." As Naruto took a glance at Jiraiya, as he completely ignored him and still was sparring with Sasuke, as Jiraiya was a bit surprised to see that how Naruto was actually ignoring him, as he said, "Well, Naruto, why not try your power against me? I want to see how strong you have actually gotten." As Naruto looked towards Jiraiya and said, "Go away, old man. I do not have time for you. Can't you see I'm training for the Chunin exams?" As Jiraiya said, well, I'm a Sanin, one of the legendary Sanins, and I'm a Hokage level fighter. So if you can train with me, you will be able to get a lot stronger, As Naruto looked towards Jiraiya and said, "Oh please, I do not want your stupid training," which really shocked Jiraiya, and as he said, "What did you say, you little brat?" As Naruto said, "Well, aren't you the one who trained my siblings, Menma and Mito?" right? As Jiraiya said, yeah, I was the one who trained both of them. As Naruto said, well, Menma and Mito were trained by you, Tsunade, Kushina, as well as our dear Hokage, and see. And I can see where they actually are. They are such a weaklings. As Jiraiya was now getting annoyed by Naruto. As Naruto said, both of them are really weak and annoying. While on the other hand, I was not trained by either of you. But still, I'm so much stronger than both of them. So, what makes you think that I really need your training? I do not need your stupid methods of training. I'm already strong enough and I can get strong by not using your stupid methods of training. As Jiraiya was really angry now, but before he could do anything, Naruto gave him a glare, a look, which really tells Jiraiya that Naruto do not actually like him, as he is really disgusted by the presence of Jiraiya. As Jiraiya was really angry, but still he thought in his mind, at least I tried, as he finally cinched away from there. As Sasuke looked towards Naruto as he said, well Naruto, he was a Sani. I'm pretty sure that he could have teach you a technique or two. As Naruto scoffed at that and said, well, I do not need any stupid technique that he can teach me. I already know that he's not going to give me the toad summoning contract. So what's the point? I do not need any jutsu from him. I can easily learn many jutsus thanks to my Sharingan. As Sasuke nodded at that, as Sasuke said, well, I was being trained by Itachi as well as Kakashi, as Kakashi has already taught me a jutsu of his own. As Naruto said, oh really, then show me. As Sasuke smirked, as his hand started to, you can say, the lightning chakra started to engulf the hand of Sasuke, as the lightning started to cackle in the hand of Sasuke, as a low level of Chidori appeared in his hand as Sasuke started to rush towards Naruto. As Naruto smirked at that as he activated his Sharingan, dodging the attack, as kicking Sasuke away, as they both of them started to spar with each other. As now we have Jiraiya, as he was telling Minato that Naruto has straight off rejected his offer of training him, as he do not want to train by him, the legendary Sonin, as he do not even believe it. As Minato nodded at that, because he was already expecting that type of reaction. As Minato sighs and said, well, he do not live with us, he do not want to talk with us. I don't know, what can we do so that we can earn his forgiveness? We thought that he might have forgiven us. But it is getting really ridiculous now, Jiraiya sensei. As Jiraiya said, well, I have a plan. As Minato looked towards Jiraiya, as Jiraiya said, well, I was already training both Menma and Mito on Sage Mode training. I'm pretty sure that when both of them were able to learn Sage Mode, they will be able to defeat Naruto and show him that how strong both of them have already gotten. As Minato thought about it, and then he finally agreed with that. If they are able to prove that how strong Menma and Mito actually are compared to Naruto, then definitely Naruto will want to be trained by Jiraiya or him, and then they will be able to bond with him. As Minato nodded at that as he said, well, that's a great idea. Alright, I shall go with you to the Mount Miyaboku, and I will leave some shadow clones here to do my work. As Jiraiya nodded at that as both Menma and Mito went to the Mount Miyaboku, and now we have a time skip to the Chunin exam. As it was the first part of the exam, as Team Kushina arrived here, as Kushina was trying her best to bond with Naruto, but Naruto just straight off ignoring Kushina, as well as Menma and Mito. Both of them were really annoying to him. While on the other hand, Menma and Mito do not like Naruto that much, because he was never their sibling or brother, so they do not care about him, and they are really egoistic and all type of things, you know, that type of neglective what if things happens. As for Kushina, she was trying her best, but still no avail, and now they entered into the hall as Menma and Mito, as they saw that how there were many people there outside of the room, as two Chunin guards were stopping them. As Menma said, they can't see that stupid jutsu, that genjutsu, it will not work on me. I'm the child of prophecy. As he started to rush towards there, as he pointed out the genjutsu, as Naruto thought, stupid. Can't he even see? It was just a test so that the weaklings can be get rid of. As the Chunin guards nodded at that, and then the whole genjutsu was released. As then Rock Lee noticed Menma as well as Naruto, as he challenges Menma for a fight this time, because he was the son of Hokage. As Menma agreed on that, as he said, alright, bring it on, I'm the child of prophecy, I shall show you your place. As Rock Lee nodded at that, as he rushes, as their battle began, as Rock Lee rushes towards Menma, as he delivered a, you can say, a kick towards Menma's face, as Menma was able to block it. After all, he was trained by so many strong shinobis, but to his surprise, he was sent back as Rock Lee's kick was really powerful as Menma smirked at that and said, "Alright, you asked for it." And now we have a small time skip as Menma was slammed into the wall, even though Menma was a lot stronger than Sasuke at this point in the original canon, but still, he was nowhere near the level of power and speed of Rock Lee, as Rock Lee was able to beat down on Menma, as Menma was really angry that he wanted to use ninjutsu, but it was a taijutsu battle as he did not even have time to do anything, as Mito rushes up to Menma and said, "Menma," as she started to heal Menma, as Menma after some time was at his full power, as Naruto was really impressed with Rock Lee as well as Sasuke's team also arrived, Sasuke, Sai and Sakura uselessness, as they finally entered into the room. Well guys, I do not want to waste my time with it, but still, it one or two part as Kabuto still arrived as he explained that how he has information on every people there, as Sasuke nodded at that as he said, "Alright, give me information about Menma Uzumaki and Mito Uzumaki," as Menma smirked and at that as he said, "Well, already scared by me, Uchiha," as Sasuke just simply ignored him, as Kabuto gave the information that how both of them were trained by the legendary Sanins, Jiraiya and Tsunade, and then Hokage as well as Hokage's wife, Kushina Uzumaki, the Red Death, as all the people who were listening to this conversation was really shocked to hear this, and most of their now they have target on Menma and Mito, as Naruto gave Sasuke a look, as Sasuke just simply smirked at that, as Menma and Mito were just, telling that how great both of them actually are, as they are trained by so many strong shinobis, as not realizing that they have been targeted by all the shinobis that were there, especially Gaara, who had a bloodlusted face looking towards both Menma and Mito, as Naruto just simply shrugged at that, and then they finally went off. As the first part was really easy, even though Menma was not that smart, but still he was able to prevail to this exam. As for Mito, she was somewhat of a bit of study, as she was able to do a bit better, but in the end they were able to pass. Now we head towards the second part of the exam, as Anko Mitarashi finally entered into the room, as she saw how many teams that were there, and then she explained about the second part of the exam, the Forest of Death, as all of the shinobis finally rushed towards there, as Naruto's team was given the Scroll of Heavens, as all the teams started to rush towards into the forest. As for Menma and Mito, as they said, "Alright, it's time that we get a team and beat them down and get the other scroll," as Menma said, "Hey you loser, give me the scroll," as Naruto looked towards Menma as he sighs and said, "Well, I do not have time to waste with you," as he threw a stone towards Menma, but unknowing to both Menma and Mito, as Naruto has already transformed the stone into, you can say it was a stone, transforming it into the scroll, as Menma got the scroll thinking that it was the original scroll, as he said, "This scroll should be in the hands of the strongest of the team," telling Naruto that how strong he actually was, but for Naruto he was just ignoring Menma. As for Mito, she also nodded at that, as Menma said, "Alright, it is time to show the world how strong Menma Uzumaki actually is," as Mito nodded at that, and then both of them started to rush towards the forest, aimlessly trying to find any team that were nearby so that they can actually take them down, while on the other hand most of the teams were avoiding both Menma and Mito, the weak teams not wanting to get there so that Menma and Mito could get their scroll, while on the other hand the other strong teams are watching Menma and Mito as well as Naruto, while on the other hand Naruto could sense this team's presence. Menma and Mito were not able to do anything like it, while on the other hand Naruto has already gotten 35% of the chakra of the 9 tails, while on the other hand Menma and Mito has the remaining chakra, as Naruto was getting the chakra of the 9 tails at a really quick pace, and he was really liking this idea of getting the chakra of the 9 tails back to the soul. After all, he can control the power of the 9 tails without any trouble whatsoever, while on the other hand Naruto could see that it was going nowhere, so he made a shadow clone, as shadow clone was with Menma and Mito, as several teams were watching both Menma and Mito as well as Naruto, because they wanted them to get weaker by some other teams, and then they will take down these teams, as Naruto just simply rushes towards the forest, towards the several teams, as he landed in front of a sound team, as one of them said, "So you're one of the Hokage's son, huh? It is not going to help you, you little brat, give us that scroll," as one of them said, "He's a weakling, I'm pretty sure that he do not have this scroll, after all, he was not trained by the Hokage, not his sensei or his wife. But before they could say anything else, suddenly a wind started to rushes towards them, as it was a wind jutsu as Naruto releases the wind towards them as they were able to jump away, but unknowing to them as Naruto has already made several shadow clones as they quickly chop their necks, knocking all of them out as Naruto got their scroll because he do not have time to waste with these weaklings as he started to rush towards the forest, getting more and more scroll as Naruto has already gotten 2 sets of scrolls as well as 1 extra for making 3 sets of clone with the original, as he said, alright, it is time that we get there. Then he heard a scream as he started to rush towards, as he said, damn it, it must be those stupid siblings of mine, as he went there to see that it was a big snake, as well as Sasuke's team was there, as well as Menma and Mito. They were trembling in pure fear, in utter fear, as it was Orochimaru, as Naruto sensed the great chakra emitting from this snake person, as he has already figured out it must be someone disguising himself as a Genin, because there is definitely no way that this guy is a Genin. It must be a Jonin or a Kage level shinobi, a missing nin, an S rank missing nin, as Naruto looked towards the person as he quickly realized who it could be. After all, it was only one person who has this snake summoning contract other than Anko Mitarashi. It was none other than the third Sanin, Orochimaru, the strongest of the all Sanins. As Naruto said, great, it must be a great opportunity to test my strength and the strength of my eyes. As he saw that how Menma said, alright, I'm not scared of you, you freak, I'm the child of prophecy, the son of Hokage. As Orochimaru looked towards Menma, as for Sasuke, he was able to control himself even though he was a bit scared first, but then he realized about his training and how strong he actually is. So he was no longer scared of Orochimaru and he was standing there as Menma as well as Mito saw it. So they were on their feet once again as he said, alright, you asked for it, as both Menma and Mito prepare Rasengan as he started to rush towards the snake, as Mito was able to slam the Rasengan into the snake, making it poof away, while on the other hand Orochimaru caught the hand of Mito quite easily and slammed the Rasengan of Mito into his Menma, as Menma poof away, as Orochimaru was a bit impressed with it. But before Menma could slam his Rasengan into Orochimaru simply backhanded Menma as well as Mito, sending both of them flying. But before he could attack Sasuke, as both Menma and Mito started to use their Nine-Tails chakra, as Naruto had a big smirk on his face. He was about to intervene in this battle, but then he realized that the more they use the power of the Nine-Tails, the more chakra will return back to him. So he let the fight drag on, as Orochimaru was really enjoying the battle, but Naruto has a scarf on his face when Orochimaru was about to seal away the chakra of the Nine-Tails. Naruto could not allow it, as he quickly made hand sign and said, fast die, Phoenix Lord Jutsu. But before Orochimaru could slam his hand on both Menma and Mito, trying to seal away, the 5... what was the seal's name again? I don't remember it. 5 elemental seal, yeah, it was something like it. As the Phoenix Lord Jutsu started to rush towards Orochimaru as he quickly jumped away, while on the other hand Menma and Mito had already knocked out, thanks to the exhaustion of chakra as well as using the power of the Nine-Tails, as Naruto already gotten 40% of the chakra of the Nine-Tails. So he was getting a lot of chakra. As for Orochimaru, he saw it was Naruto as he said, so the third son of Hokage, let's see how strong you are. Your siblings were impressive, but I doubt you could do the same as them. But before he could complete his stance, as Naruto simply vanished from his eyes, as Orochimaru's eyes widened, as a fist was slammed into his gut, sending him flying. Naruto do not actually like when people underestimate him or call him a weakling that not even his own family tried to train him or anything like it. As Naruto looked towards Sasuke, as Sasuke nodded at that, as he activated his Sharingan, as both Naruto and as well as Sasuke started to rush towards Orochimaru. Naruto already knew that they could not take on Orochimaru, but they do not have to, because he could already sense several ambus coming towards them, as it must be because of Menma and Mito using the power of the Nine-Tails. So the ambus must be rushing towards them. All they have to do is to stall Orochimaru, as Orochimaru was fighting with both Naruto as well as Sasuke, as he was really impressed with the teamwork of both Naruto as well as Sasuke, as he has to use more and more of his power, as he could see that Naruto was a lot stronger than Sasuke thanks to the training of Third Hokage, as Naruto was already using several jutsus, as Orochimaru jumped back as he said, "Alright, you asked for it. Wind style, wind bullet." As the several wind bullets started to rush towards both Naruto as well as Sasuke, as Naruto quickly completed his hand signs and said, "Wind style, wind tornado." As a wind tornado engulfed both Naruto as well as Sasuke, protecting both of them from the attacks of wind bullets. As Orochimaru was really impressed with this jutsu, it was a B-rank jutsu, and then the wind died down, and then several wind bullets started to rush towards Orochimaru as he jumped away. But before he could land, the lightning started to cackle through the area as the lightning started to rush towards him as his eyes widened, as he thought that it must be Sasuke who used the lightning jutsu. No, it was Naruto's clone that was behind him, but Orochimaru was able to dodge narrowly, and then he met with the fireball jutsu of Sasuke, as Sasuke was able to release the fireball, as Orochimaru saw that it was going nowhere, as he could already sense several ambus coming towards him. So all he has to do is end the battle, as he, you can say, started to rush towards Sasuke as Naruto noticed it, but before he could intervene, a clone of Orochimaru appeared in front of Naruto and engaged him. He was not using his true power, not even activating the Sharingan, but he could see that this battle was going nowhere as he had to end this battle. So he activated his Sharingan and completely get rid of the clone, but it was already too late as Sasuke was not able to keep up with Orochimaru for long, as Orochimaru has his fang within the neck of Sasuke, as Naruto's eyes widened. He had died, which really angered Naruto beyond belief, as his eyes started to spin rapidly as Sasuke was crying in pain, and then he got knocked out. As for Sakura, she was already knocked out, as well as Sai, who tried to help but already got beaten up pretty badly, as Naruto's eyes started to spin as it morphed into the Mangekyo Sharingan, not stopping there as his eyes started to spin even more violently. And Naruto had the Sharingan, which really confuses Orochimaru because he was not an Uchiha, but his shock was even beyond belief when Naruto's eyes started to change color into from red to purple. As but before Orochimaru could say anything, Naruto put his hand towards the face of Orochimaru as he vanished from his point and appearing in front of the face of Orochimaru as he said one word, "All Might." Orochimaru's eyes widened. This was the attack which Nagato hit him with, as Orochimaru was sent flying through the forest, as he was sent so far away that the ambus that were arriving nearby had to also jump past by, as Orochimaru was sent flying almost to the opposite side of the forest, as Orochimaru could not understand a thing. But Naruto, having the chakra of the nine tails, as well as being the reincarnation of the sage, no, not the reincarnation, but having the chakra of the sage of six path and activating the Mangekyo Sharingan. The moment he activated his Mangekyo Sharingan, his 9th chakra as well as the chakra of the sage of six path combined with the Sharingan, giving him the Rinnegan. But a point that Naruto had, that he could actually deactivate his Rinnegan thanks to the power of the nine tails, because the main factor that was behind the activation of the Rinnegan was the chakra of the nine tails. So he was able to deactivate it, as Naruto was really tired after using the ability of the Rinnegan. So he quickly picked up Sasuke as he saw that how he was just knocked out, even though Naruto thought that he was dead, but still now he was alive, which really made Naruto happy. But he also saw the cuts mark on the neck of Sasuke, which really confuses Naruto for some time, but right now he has to protect his fan and save his life. So he picked up Sasuke and went off. As for Menma and Mito, he made some shadow clones and went to a safe distance away. And now we head back. Sasuke still woke up, but this time Naruto being there and all his friends, he was able to control himself, and Sound 3 never attacked them, seeing that how many shinobis that were there. So they never attacked them. So that is good for them, I suppose, as his arms were still there. So that is that. As they finally headed to the, what was the tower, the Chunin tower. And now let us start the second part, the third part of the Chunin exam, the preliminary exams. The matches started begin as Minato saw that how there were several teams that were arrived there. He was really surprised to see that how the team of Menma and Mito had the three set of scrolls, even though Menma and Mito were saying that how cool they actually were and they were the one who got the scrolls. Minato doubted that, as Naruto was not even giving them any attention whatsoever, as well as Kushina, as both of them noted that Menma and Mito were the one who got all the scrolls, but still they were happy for their children. And now it is time for the preliminary exams. Mito was able to fight off against one of the Sound Ganins, as well as Menma defeating him. As for Sasuke, he was still able to beat down the same guy, and now it's time for the next battle, which is going to be Gaara versus Kiba. Yes guys, Gaara versus Kiba. This battle did not really go to the favor of Kiba, as Gaara was about to crush him with his sand coffin as Kiba quickly gave up. And the proctor intervened, saving the life of Kiba, and Gaara was not happy about it, but say that is that. And now it's time for the last and final battle, which is going to be Naruto Uzumaki versus Rock Lee. As both of them entered into the arena, as Rock Lee gave him, you know, the eternal rival pose, might guy, those type of poses and all this spirit of youth and those type of things. As for Naruto, as he was really excited to fight this guy because he had already seen that how easily he defeated Menma. So he wanted to test the strength of this guy because he had already seen, thanks to his Sharingan, that this guy cannot mold chakra. So it was clear that this guy was a taijutsu expert. As Naruto said, well, Lee, you're really a strong guy. I had already seen. You have already beaten the son of Hokage by raising his voice. Even though he was trained by two Sanins and Hokage as well as the Red Death, you are able to beat him down so easily. As Naruto was doing this on purpose, as people started to chat among themselves, as Menma was angry at that, as he started to shout that how it was just a taijutsu battle and he did not use his true strength, but people were just ignoring him, as they started to realize that even though Menma and Mito were trained by so many strong fighters or shinobis, they were not that strong. As Lee gave Naruto a thumbs up and said, "Alright Naruto, we are ready for this battle. It's time to show the spirit of youth." As Naruto said, "Alright Lee, since you are a taijutsu expert, so we shall have a taijutsu battle." Say what? As Rock Lee nodded at that and said, "Alright Naruto, I shall acknowledge your strength. Now it's time for our battle." As Naruto said, "Alright, let us begin." As the proctor said, "Begin." As Rock Lee simply vanished from most of the shinobi's point of view, as he was coming towards Naruto with the incredible speed, trying to deliver a kick to Naruto's face, but Naruto blocked the attack, as Naruto has already seen this move made by Rock Lee against Menma, as Naruto was able to block the attack, but before Rock Lee could attack Naruto, Naruto planted his punch into the gut of Lee, as Lee's eyes widened as he was sent flying into the wall. As Naruto said, "Well Lee, I had already seen your speed as well as this technique you used against Menma, so it is not going to work against me. If you really want to beat me in a battle, then you have to remove your weights." As Lee came out of the wall, as he said, "No, not now," as he rushes towards Naruto with incredible speed, but Naruto was blocking all of his attacks like they were nothing, as well as delivering a lot of attacks at Lee, as Lee was not able to keep up with Naruto, as then he jumped into the same statue, and then removed his weight, as most of the shinobis that were there was really shocked the weight that Rock Lee removed, as they were quite excited to see this battle now, as Naruto just simply smirked and that said, "Alright Lee, it would be a great battle, so let us begin." As Lee nodded at that, and then their battle began. This time both of them seems to be equally matched in both strength and speed, as both of them were clashing fist to face, as both of them were really destroying the arena, as most of the shinobis that were there were quite impressed with it, as Might Guy was really impressed with the taijutsu skills of Naruto, as Naruto was really fast at that, as well as Orochimaru, who was disguised there, who was really shocked at that, as Naruto had the Rinnegan, as he still could not believe it. Now he wants to put his curse mark at Naruto, but he knows that Naruto has the soul of the Nine Tails, and it could be a trouble in the near future if he take over the body of Naruto and not the body of Sasuke. But right now he is a bit conflicted at that, so that is that. While on the other hand, Naruto kicked away Rock Lee, even though Lee has removed his weights. But still, Naruto was a bit faster as well as stronger than him, thanks to the power of the Rinnegan, as well as being trained by third Hokage himself. So he was really strong at these skills, as Minato as well as Jiraiya and Tsunade, who were there, were really impressed with the speed of both of the shinobis. But still, Naruto was holding back greatly, as Lee said, "Alright, I shall acknowledge your strength of youth. Now it is time to show my strength." As Lee said, "Alright, the first gate, the second gate opened," as Rock Lee opened the two gates. This really shocked most of the shinobis who knows the danger of using the gates, as Lee smirked as he rushes towards Naruto, as he tried to attack Naruto, as Naruto was able to block with both of his arms, but to everyone's surprise, as Naruto was sent flying back towards the wall, but Naruto was able to stop himself, but Lee simply vanished from his point and then appeared in front of Naruto as Naruto's eyes widened as Rock Lee started to deliver the total beatdown on Naruto as he was being carried out in the place as Menma was laughing as he said, told you him, he was a weakling, he cannot even handle that guy, if I used my full power, I could have defeated him easily, and he's just a loser. As Kushina was watching this, as she was really disappointed in both Menma and Mito, as they wanted both of them to be strong, but it seems that they have really spoiled both Menma and Mito, and this was really catching up to them, as well as Minato who was watching this, as Naruto was slammed into the wall as Lee was now huffing and puffing as he said, it seems that this battle is over. But before Proctor could say anything, as Naruto came out of the wall, as he was still standing, as he looked towards Lee, as he did not had much of the injuries, only scars here and there, as Naruto said, well Lee, it was really impressive, to be honest, I was really impressed, but now it is time for me to use a bit of my true strength, as Naruto put his hand in front of him and then he said, release, as his body started to glow a bit and then it dies down as Naruto started to chuckle and then he simply vanished from everyone's point of view as Rock Lee was sent flying into the wall as a kick was planted on his face as he was really shocked as only the Junins were able to see this speed as Naruto said, well, I have released some of my power, now show me your true strength, as Minato was utterly shocked. He knew this seal, this was the gravity seal. This was the gravity seal trained used by the Hokage level or the Jonin level shinobi so that they could train themselves. How did Naruto get it? He do not understand. How did Naruto get all of these jutsus and these skills? They were not the one who taught him, and how he do not understand it. While on the other hand, Rock Lee entered into the fifth gate. He was trying his best to keep up with Naruto, but Naruto, after releasing some of seals, the gravity seals as well as his chakra restraining seals, he was able to keep up with Rock Lee with no problem whatsoever, as in the end Rock Lee was not able to keep up with his fifth gate, so his body started to break down as Naruto kicked him away. As Rock Lee once again stood up, he was trying his best to be in this battle, as most of the shinobis that were there were really impressed with the Rock Lee as well as this Naruto character, as they thought that Naruto was weak, but in the end Naruto had proven all of them wrong as he was still standing with his natural speed, and even after using the fifth gate, Rock Lee was not able to keep up with Naruto. In the end he collapsed into the ground, knocked out, but still it was good, better than Gaara because his leg is not broken, so that is a good point. And finally, the preliminary exams finally ended, as it was a great battle, a speed and power, a taijutsu battle, as Might Guy entered into the arena as he took Lee away, as he was quite happy to see that how there was someone else who is actually stronger in taijutsu than Lee. It will give Lee a rival in taijutsu and he will train even harder, so he was happy about it. While on the other hand, most of the Jonins that were there were really impressed with Naruto, while on the other hand Menma and Mito were quite angry because they know that in their heart that they cannot move at those speeds at both Naruto as well as Rock Lee were moving. But still, they are quite arrogant because they think that they are learning the Sage Mode and they also have the power of the Nine Tails, so they can actually beat Naruto. So that is that. Okay guys, here I will love this part, hope you guys like it. And I have a request for all of you guys. Please guys, subscribe to my channel, subscribe because I really want to progress as quick as possible. If you guys subscribe to my channel, it will motivate me so that I can upload more videos like this. And I shall upload more videos if you guys subscribe to my channel. So guys, please do so. Subscribe and comment down below. If I got 200 likes and 80 comments in the comment section, I shall upload the next part tomorrow or who knows, even today. So please guys do so. Peace.